The price of Bitcoin soared 10% just hours ago, and this was on the fake news that a BlackRock ETF had been approved by the SEC. And so in this video, we're going to look at where this news came from and also the reason for this fake news being disseminated. Today's episode is sponsored by Cake Wallet, where you can send, receive, and even exchange your crypto right from within the wallet. Cake Wallet is open source and non-custodial, so you control your own private keys, available today on iOS, macOS, Android, and Linux. And StealthEX, a privacy-centric crypto exchange which enables you to make crypto-to-crypto exchanges anonymously. Good evening everybody, and a warm welcome back to Enter Crypto with me, Chris Kenyon. Now today we're going to be talking about BlackRock's ETF approval. This is of course fake. We didn't know it was fake just hours ago when Cointelegraph put out a tweet or put out a post on X basically saying that it had been approved. And this just launched the Bitcoin price. It went up over 10% within sort of an hour or 2 hours. Eventually, they corrected the tweet, and when I say corrected, they basically put the same tweet out again, but then added reportedly after, and then it got completely amended, and actually BlackRock responded and came out and said that there has been no approval, or if there has, they didn't know about it, and you would think that they would know about it. And so actually it caused a massive spike in the price, and this was fake news. And so it left a lot of people asking a lot of questions, especially in the crypto community. We are naturally cynical, and so we call market manipulation anything like this. So let's just quickly read through this article and then we'll comment after. So Bitcoin has surged from $27,900 to $30,000. After a false report of a spot ETF approval was posted on social app X, which is formerly Twitter, leading to nearly $100 million in liquidations in the past hour. The false post was deleted after nearly 30 minutes, but sparked enough interactions to impact prices significantly. And Bitcoin has since fallen from 30k to 28k, following skepticism from analysts and reporters. BlackRock confirmed to CoinDesk that the report is false. CoinGlass data shows that $81 million worth of short positions or bets against higher prices were liquidated on the move to 30k, and $31 million in longs or bets on higher prices were liquidated during the correction. Liquidation refers to when an exchange forcefully closes a trader's leverage position due to a partial or total loss of the trader's initial margin. And it happens when a trader is unable to meet the margin requirements for a leverage position or fails to have sufficient funds to keep the trade open. The SEC's website shows no approvals for a spot Bitcoin ETF, and Bloomberg also reported that the BlackRock application is still under review. It was reported that last week the SEC will not appeal the loss in its case against Grayscale, which is thought to boost the chances of GBTC eventually being converted to a spot ETF. Bitcoin rose 4% in Asian morning hours on Monday, a continuation of Friday's reaction to the US's SEC decision to not appeal to a recent Grayscale ruling. And Grayscale is a sister company of CoinDesk. So basically, somebody at CoinDesk who has got access to their Twitter account has basically tweeted that some really good news. I'm just simplifying this for anyone listening and watching. They've tweeted out some really good news about Bitcoin. The Bitcoin price has reacted as everyone's jumped in. It's gone up. They've made a lot. Well, the rumor is that somebody has put a trade on before they've put this news out, and then they've put the news out. The price has gone up. They've closed the position. The news has come out to be fake. It's speculated they may have opened a position as well then to short Bitcoin, because they know that when the bad news comes out that the news is actually that the good news was false, they can now make money on a short position on the way down, and so they've made money but in both directions. Now this is pure speculation because CoinDesk actually say that they do. Not CoinDesk. Cointelegraph actually says that it was a mistake by an intern, and so I don't know what to believe or what not to believe. It seems very hard to believe to me that somebody would not try to make money out of this, because it just seems too attractive. And we've seen it so many times before as well. This is not like the first time where it's been proven later that the person's made money, that an insider, basically insider trading. But this is even worse than insider trading, because at least with insider trading, it's usually news, real news. It's just that you've got the news before, so you put the trade on, and then the news comes out, and the news is true. With this is just totally false. This is false news, and you've sort of put the trade on before, so it's even worse. And since then, Cointelegraph have apologised. They've taken the tweet off, and they've said, obviously, something's wrong. They've done an investigation, and basically said there was a mistake. But there's really two takeaways from this, from what I could see. And that is that just on one tweet from one news company, in this case Cointelegraph, of a Bitcoin ETF being approved, the price shot up over 10%. Now that tells me that there is a huge amount of people on the sideline waiting for Bitcoin to reverse its trend. We've been in a downtrend for months now, and it means that that people want Bitcoin to go up. People are waiting for good news, So that is a really, really good sign. I know the news is obviously fake and that's bad, but it just shows how many people are willing to jump straight in on just a little bit of good news from one news source. And it wasn't even true. The other issue with this is, and this is a bad issue, if it happens, is that the SEC may see just how easy it is to manipulate the crypto markets like this, just putting out some news and all of a sudden we've got massive price movement. It may cause the SEC to now think, are they actually going to approve BlackRock's ETF and all the other, Grayscales as well, and all the others. There's about 3 or 4 different ETFs being applied for in the US. And so this may give them pause for thought, and they may think, actually, let's hold back, and that wouldn't be good. Because the SEC doesn't like to see this type of behaviour in markets. They're going to really, they're definitely going to look at it. And whether it'll affect the ETF applications or not, I don't know. But it will certainly be talked about, I would imagine, behind closed doors. And I just hope it doesn't affect their decision and they still go ahead with the approval. I think it's, even if they did pause and even if they did delay, I think it's just inevitable that there's a Bitcoin ETF, a spot ETF before long. It's just becoming too popular. It's too global. It's just, there's too much money to be made, and they just will not want the US population to miss out on this. And so that's my thoughts on it anyway. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on the notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future updates. I've now got a verified Twitter account, so be sure to follow that. I'll put a link in the description box below to my Twitter, and I'll see you all tomorrow evening. Take care.